Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of I forgot the name. Overexposed podcast, brought to you by Exordia Creative. I'm your host, Isaac Davey, and today we got a special guest, Cam Sinasac, local videographer.
I thought you were going to say local beauty.
Local beauty.
What's up, guys? I'm pumped to be on the podcast. The last episode was a lot of fun to listen to and watch, so I'm looking forward to being a part of it.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Anytime. So you went to film school, correct?
I did, yeah. I did 3 years at Fanshawe. Well, I did a 2-year film and television broadcasting program, and then bridged into a 1-year advanced filmmaking program.
Nice.
So a lot of school.
I have one thing to ask. What's something you didn't learn from film school that you learned somewhere else?
A lot of like the actual camera technicalities I got outside of school, but school taught me a lot about what I didn't know, or what I it taught me a lot about what
I hope so.
It taught me a lot about what I needed to go learn. Yeah. I wouldn't have known what I didn't know if I didn't go to school. Or I eventually would have figured it out, but it was just kind of like a nice, faster transition into some camera knowledge.
Because you still did quite a bit of camera stuff before then, too.
Yes, yeah. I had like a small amount of knowledge going into it, probably more than like the average Joe would going into school. But I would say I learned the most just about the business side of things and like the actual craft of videography, like outside of school. But again, school was nice to kind of let me know what I didn't know and all that.
Yeah. Well, and especially because you're interested in film itself.
Yep,
as opposed to just videography and cameras.
Yeah.
So you were able to learn about films and like storytelling, which is like storytelling I need to improve on. I love it, but I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
But,
like that's the stuff that really kind of gets me going, is like how to convey a certain like emotion based on just all the elements of cinematography, like what lens you're using, how you're grading it, how quickly like the pace of the editing is. Like that stuff is what really gets me going. And I've obviously always been like an avid movie lover. So originally as a kid, I thought I wanted to like write movies. I wanted to be a screenwriter for the longest time. Because I would write, I wrote quite a bit as a kid, like just like small novels and stuff like that. And then I kind of realized along the way that I was like, I really enjoy the camera side of films. Like that's what I was always interested in. I had just kind of mistaken it for the writing. Yeah. Writing something I still kind of enjoy. I don't do it anymore. But I love like all aspects of filmmaking, or like even just videography, because I mean, I think there's a lot more similarities to filmmaking and just like small form videography than people really realize. Like even just like a promotional video is still, it's not, but it can be looked at as like a film. Like, I mean, it has a beginning, middle, end. It's like an idea that was conceived of, like there was planning that goes into it, and then there was editing that goes into it. So I mean, it's the same exact process, just films are a lot more kind of elongated. But yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of similarities between the two.
Did you ever make your own like comic strips? Ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any still? Because I remember I did that all the time. I loved making little comic strips. I got like a notebook that was literally just boxes and you could just fill them in. And I had a blast on those. Yeah.
Or a little bit more modern day, like in elementary school, we had pitch strips. I don't know if you're familiar,
I
like
think
online. So our teacher made us use that for like a project, and I just loved it. Yeah. So I was doing it at home, and I just loved, like ever since day one, just like, storytelling. So like that was in like writing and then videography, filmmaking. I love a good story.
Yep.
Love a good beginning, middle, end.
Yeah. Do you still have like some of your stories that you wrote when you were
Oh
in
yeah,
school still?
Yeah, yeah. I have my superhero series, Super Freckles.
Super. Who was the inspiration for that one?
My freckles. They say write about what you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, I bet it was a banger.
Yeah, it was a St. Vincent Elementary School bestseller.
What, really?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I still have those in my little like at my parents' house. My mom calls it my memory box.
Yeah. I wish I started making a memory box a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Although I did save, I have like birthday cards and like Christmas cards from when I was 12, and I've just been saving them.
Yeah.
Ever since I was 12 years old.
Those are something I never know what to do with.
Yeah.
I feel bad tossing them.
Same,
but at the same time, like I can't keep every card from every event throughout my life.
And I get like keeping like really intimate cards that like mean a lot. Like from a person you know personally really well.
Yeah.
That's good. But if it's just like a graphic card that says happy birthday and then love grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, I know.
Not to call you out, grandma and grandpa, but
if you're watching.
If you're watching.
Yeah, if my grandparents are watching, I've kept every card you've ever given me. No, but I never know what to do with those things. I feel like, we have like a little china cabinet at my house, and the birthday cards or Christmas cards, whatever, they stay up for, I want to say, a month. And they disappear, and I don't know where they go to.
Yeah. Cam, what does your ideal Saturday look like?
Ideal Saturday? It's going to sound kind of crazy, but probably let me wake up fairly early. Let me get up at like 8:30. Let's go play 18 holes really quick.
Right when you wake up?
By myself.
By yourself.
Let me play 18 holes by myself with nobody in front of me, just walking. And that'll bring me to like the afternoon. Give me like a couple hours to chill in between, and then let me go shoot something for like 2 hours, like an event or whatever it may be. But an easy one.
an easy one.
And then probably dinner with the fam, and then let's have all the boys over.
Nice.
And just chill. Get up to something, watch a good movie, go to bed. There's a Saturday.
Yeah, that's a really good Saturday.
Yeah.
How often do you go golfing? Like, is it
it really kind of fluctuates with my schedule. Now, when I was just like freelancing, I could probably sneak out like at least every other day, because I had a really great routine of like I'd wake up at about 7:30, get my butt out there, and then I was home before 10. And then I kind of started my day. It's a little bit more challenging now because stuff's quite a bit busier. Let's say on average, though, if the weather permits it, and if it's not an unusual week, twice a week.
Okay. My friend Grady goes my friend Evan and Grady go probably 4 to 5 times a week, which is nuts. And they play 18.
Yeah,
it's nearly every day. I don't know how you find the time for that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that about a lot of different hobbies that people have.
Yeah.
I just think, how the heck do you have that amount of time to spend on that? Even stuff like going to the gym. Like, people say they go to the gym for like a couple hours every day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I
like
have
the most you need
that.
is an hour or even an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's pushing it. But 2 to 3 hours. I used to do that. When I first started, that's all I did, because my friend Andrew, he got me into it. And whenever Andrew starts something, he's 100% into it. Like, he has to know everything about it. He learned all the hypertrophy of like muscle structure and everything, and like how to get the best like range of motion in every workout. So we would put together a workout, and we wouldn't be out of the gym for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's wild to me. And obviously that's just something I have zero experience with. I've never been a gym guy. I have like a little bit of equipment at my house. So like if I'm really feeling out of shape, I'll go rip that for about 20 minutes, but
it's
not
good.
A gym guy. I wish I was. Like, I'm not opposed to it at all. I think it's a great thing to do. I think it's great for like the mind, the body, the spirit, the soul. I think it's great for you.
The only thing is, though, like, you have to really control what you're eating when you're doing it as well, because then your whole day you'll just be exhausted.
Yeah.
And like, you have to get to bed at a good time. You have to, if you control those 3 things, like sleeping, eating, and working out, you're gonna feel great. But if you even do one of them wrong, you're just gonna feel miserable.
Yeah, I feel like that's the same. Not even with just working out, just exercise. There's like the triangle of like sleep, eating, exercise. If you can like perfectly map those 3 out, you're golden.
Yeah,
something that a lot of people struggle with.
I struggle with myself. All 3 right now.
Yeah, I'm not so great at all 3. Been getting to bed too late, been eating like crap, and no exercise.
Yeah, I've started to eat a little better. You know, I've started making sandwiches in the office.
For sure, yeah. He's been absolutely cooking in here.
Yep. I bought it was yesterday. I went to Food Basics and I got everything I needed for a sandwich. I got this really good garlic and lemon mayonnaise.
Not my cup of tea. I'm not a mayo guy, but you slap some ranch on that instead, I'd eat it.
There might be ranch in the fridge.
So true. I keep meaning to bring some in. I need to.
What's the best thing? Do you eat pizza with ranch?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, is that a normal thing that you do?
Not every time I eat pizza, but if it's out and about.
That's a thing that I actually just discovered recently, like in the past
ranch on pizza?
In the past 4 years.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
I have never had it. I've never even heard of it until like grade 12.
Barbecue sauce on pizza is slept on. I love that.
I like any barbecue flavored pizza, like barbecue chicken pizza.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
amazing.
goated.
What's the best pizza in town? A random question. Let me hit you with it
though.
Oh,
okay.
What's the best pizza in Chatham? Or Chatham Kent? Oh, we can go Chatham Kent.
I usually go to Godfather's because it's the closest to my house. It's pretty bad, and it's like
crazy take.
It's not. I'm not saying it's the best. It's just the most convenient for me when I'm at home.
Gotcha.
But Pizza Depot is also convenient, but it's also not the greatest.
I wondered if that was gonna come up.
It's cheap. It's only $3.50 for a slice.
Yeah, listen, guys. If you need a quick, mediocre slice of pizza, get over there because it is very cheap.
It's very popular in our office too.
It is.
A lot of people enjoy it just because of how cheap it is. You can get 2 slices for the price of 1, pretty much.
Absolutely.
Because if you go to Paisano's, it's like $6 for 1 slice.
Yep.
7 for 2 at
not a bad
Pizza
price
Depot.
at all. But I feel like the price to quality ratio is right on par.
Yeah, you get what you're paid for.
Yeah.
But what is the best? I like Wayne's. It's a bit doughy though.
Wayne's is my pick.
Wayne's is your pick?
Love Wayne's.
Wayne's is good. Wayne's is like up there for me.
Or let me shout out Coca's here in town.
Coca's,
you had that?
I've only had it once.
It's incredible. It's crazy how quick it is.
Yeah.
It's almost too fast.
Yeah.
It's very quick and very good.
Like they just got some hot and readies in there.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing. They got their ovens set hot or something. Like they rip those pizzas quickly, but they're good and it's pretty cheap. And they have like really great deals for like a group of people.
Do they do slices or no? Probably not.
I don't know. I don't believe so. I've never had them if they do.
Might have to check it out.
Yeah. Shout out Coca's, man.
Shout out Coca's. Sponsor us. What's the we're going back to content creation and videography.
Yep.
What is the very first like camera that you owned to make content with?
My mom is really into bird watching, so she decided that she was going to become a bird photographer, and so she went out and bought a Canon T6. Shout out the Canon T6, and she used it for I don't know, maybe a month, and then it sat in the cupboard. And so I just kind of grabbed the thing and started just messing around on it. This is years and years ago. I don't know when the T6 dropped. When it was like relatively new, she copped it. And she hardly ever touched it. So I just kind of dusted it off, brought it out, and started taking some photo and video on it. The video capabilities on it are pretty...
I don't know about that.
Pretty horrific. Like there's no autofocus, which
really?
Honestly was really great practice. There is.
That's true. Yeah, practice
there is,
for
but
that.
It just does not work. But yeah, I feel like we're pretty spoiled nowadays with cameras. Like Sony's just got us covered.
Yeah.
So to learn on a camera like that was actually pretty pretty beneficial for me, I think. It's like that's what I shot all my video on for a couple of years before I upgraded to Sony's A7 III. I still rock with that thing now for photo. But honestly, even before that, I bought on Kijiji a GoPro Hero 2. And I remember thinking this is the latest greatest.
Oh yeah.
I think this is when the Hero 4 was the hot commodity, when it was brand new and it was getting all the hype because it was I believe that was the first 4K GoPro. Yeah, I was rocking the Hero 2 and I loved it. So I made a few YouTube videos on that. And
man, I wanted a GoPro for the longest time when I was younger.
Yeah.
It's like every younger kid's dream to have a GoPro, because you can stick it on anything.
And especially because they were pretty like accessible as far as price. Like you could get one cheap. I feel like I got my Hero 2 back in the day for like $150.
Yeah.
With the accessories. This was used, but I was on cloud 9 with that thing, man.
I used to be really into RC cars.
Okay.
I had a whole a huge rig. It was probably worth like 14 grand or 14 grand, 1400. By the end of it, I had like custom axles and stuff, and I wanted a GoPro for that so bad because I could stick it on there and I could rip around on it, but I never really spent money on that.
Yeah.
And
a
I
lot of
should've.
people had a lot of fun with GoPros, man. They are, and they're still used today. Like I still have, obviously it's not a Hero 2 anymore. It's like a Hero 12. But I still use GoPros on like a day-to-day basis for shooting.
Yeah.
Like they're still super useful.
We need to use them here more often, I feel.
Yeah.
We don't do a lot of GoPro footage.
They're a great little like sneaky cam. Like I love them for like if I'm filming like live music. Just to get some like weird angles. Like I've clipped them on the end of guitars before, or like you can just kind of slap them in any like nook and cranny and just get like a cool shot from them.
I was messing. I have a 13, and I was messing with it just yesterday, and it's actually crazy how many there's like a hyper view setting.
Oh yeah,
it's like 12 millimeters.
Yep,
it's so wide.
Yeah, and you can shoot
so much from that.
You can shoot full 4K on them.
Yeah.
Like even like I think this is getting past like the Hero 12, but I think on the newer ones you can shoot like 6K even, or they have 6K capabilities. Like they're pretty wild. Shout out GoPro.
Shout out GoPro, sponsor us.
Hey, you know what? While we're talking about GoPros, though, I want to mention I'm thinking about, because I recently was contemplating upgrading from my two Hero 12s. DJI, a brand that I love.
I saw that.
Came out with it not recently, like they've been out for a few years now.
Yeah.
I've never seen one out in the wild, but I've been watching some YouTube videos looking into the specs. They might be the new move, man.
Yeah.
DJI has never let me down in any sense with their drones, gimbals, mics. Yeah, DJI is probably one of my favorite.
Tell Isaac about the stabilization thing we found today.
You found a stabilization thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, our stabilization was turned off on the FX3.
No way. We've been using that for like 2 years like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so, a huge feature of the FX3 that, like, is involved in its high price was just shut off.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so we cleaned that up today.
That's good. Like the stabilization on the gimbal or the FX3?
FX3.
Does that crop in?
Nope.
Oh.
Not at all. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Shout out FX3.
Yeah. There's another good feature, though, that like you're kind of spoiled with nowadays. I think it was really important for me to learn on a crappy camera how to take video. Obviously, the results still didn't end up great just because that's just not a camera for video.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's super beneficial to learn on like cameras with no bells and whistles. Because when you get them, like your stuff is just even more elevated.
Yeah, I started on an iPod 6.
Yep.
Or an iPod something. So I didn't have like any experience with cameras or like settings. I didn't know anything about cameras before grade 12.
Yeah,
which is nuts.
Not like I thought I knew a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
And going back to like your first question about film school, like that's when it was good for me to go there to realize like, oh wow, I don't know anything. I thought that I did, and like I was taking video.
Your eyes are opened.
Yeah, and like I had even gotten like I think 1 or 2 like actual paid jobs before film school. So I thought I was set. I thought I was absolutely set. And then I went there and I was like, oh, I'm trash.
I'm garbage.
I'm the worst.
But yeah, even like I like every videographer and editor gets this, but you look at your footage that you took even 3 months beforehand and you're like,
Yep.
why did I do that?
It's crazy how fast you grow. And I always try to like, I take that lesson into like my day-to-day life, because I always just try to remember that a year from now, the stuff that I'm shooting that I think looks great right now will not look great compared to myself in a year.
Yeah.
And I don't think the goal is to let that stop. I think that should constantly be something that you're saying.
Yeah.
I think
it's
really,
good. That's a good thing to say that.
I don't think it's really,
because that shows you're improving.
yeah, I don't think you should necessarily look at it as like, wow, look at how bad that stuff was a year ago. It should more be, wow, look at how far I've come in a year.
Yeah.
And I don't think that should ever stop. You should constantly be changing and improving. Once that stops, you're just at a standstill. And
Yeah.
I mean, especially with how fast like technology is improving. Like we're seeing Sony's latest camera, the FX2.
Yep.
Which looks pretty trash. But a cool feature of it is I think it's Sony's first camera that's involving, it has this new AI autofocus system.
Okay.
And I wondered when AI would sneak into the Sony family.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to check that out, man, and see.
Does it like detect like eyeballs or what?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the other
I mean,
one
like,
does.
yeah, that's not new.
No, that's pretty.
And like for years, you've been able to change from like you can set it to like even like human versus animal.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly they're claiming that it brings. I couldn't really find much information on it, but it's a new AI-based autofocus.
I wonder if it's just more varieties. Maybe it's like it knows where the subject is, so it tries to keep that in focus the whole time.
Yeah, because you will still run into the issue, and I mean, like Sony's at the top of the game when it comes to autofocus in particular.
Yeah.
I've shot on like almost every kind of camera with autofocus, like Canons and Blackmagics, and no one is even competing with the autofocus that Sony has.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just super curious.
Yeah, I'm
to
wondering.
see. It's probably because like you'll still run into the issue of like, okay, let's say you have like a subject kind of in like your midground or background, and you like kind of pan through, or someone walks through like the foreground, it'll snap to them. So I'm assuming,
Maybe it'll
and hoping that
keep
the
it.
AI will just kind of like, you know,
Or even if you want to do like if you want to do a focus pull, wonder if the AI just automatically does it for you.
Yeah.
And it makes it a lot smoother looking.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, and you can change the time it takes for the autofocus
Yeah,
to
the
switch.
speed.
But that would be interesting.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see. But I'm not going and buying an FX2
No.
because it looks trash.
Yeah.
I won't lie. Yeah, and they were on a roll with dropping sick cameras, man. Like their last video camera before that was the ZV-10, which I just have nothing but good things to say about it. I mean, it is what it is. It's for content creators. Like you're not gonna go shoot a short film on it,
No.
but you could get away with it, man.
It's surprisingly really good.
It's a
Because
spectacular camera.
I have one
for,
and Riley has one.
Yeah, and I've got to kind of mess around on Riley's a little bit. And
even
I won't lie, before that I was like, this camera's stupid. No, it's not.
It's just so compact and easy to whip out, and like even the photo quality, it's like really good.
Yeah, no, it's got a great sensor in it too. I think don't sleep on it. If you're looking to get into the world of video, which you're a little bit kind of intimidated by like bigger bodies with full frame and everything, like get into a camera like that. That's the camera that I'm recommending to people when they say
That's the number one, probably.
yeah. Everybody that's come up to me and said I want to get into video but I don't know what to get, and obviously I don't want to drop $3,000 on a camera if I'm just getting into it, go buy the ZV-10.
Sony ZV-E10.
Yeah.
Cam, if you weren't in the production industry, what do you think you'd be doing?
Education.
Yeah, like teaching.
Yep. My mom was in education. My sister's in education now. I think it's a pretty attractive career. Like it definitely has its downsides, but like great pay, great benefits.
Are you talking like
summers off?
high school or like elementary?
I haven't put that much thought into
Okay.
it. I think there's a nice like sweet spot of age where kids are old enough where they're not super misbehaved, and they're still young enough where they're not super misbehaved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
that might have been a crappy way of explaining that, but I wouldn't want to
think I
go
understand.
teach JKSK.
No.
Or like grade 1, even grade 2. The kids are just too young. They don't have like the social skills to like
Learn.
Yeah. Like, those teachers are still super important, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. But if I could have my pick, I want to say probably like grade 5. Grade 4,
Yeah.
grade 5. I feel like that's a
Grade
nice
4
sweet
is a
spot.
good sweet spot, but around grade 6, that's when it gets kind of rowdy.
Yep, that's when they get the little attitude going,
Yeah.
and they think they think that
they think they're the teacher.
yeah, they think they're getting older, because they are getting older, but they think that they're old enough to, they've kind of learned some bad habits and stuff like that. I feel
Yeah.
like grade 5 is the nice sweet spot. So if I could have my pick, I'd probably teach grade 5.
Yeah.
Or to bridge the two. Like, I think teaching film, teaching
That would be
videography
cool.
is still very much on the table for me.
And you're
Not
good at
anytime
it too.
soon.
Like we had some school students come in because they were just doing like a field trip or something, visiting different businesses. And Cam kind of showed them around, showed them the cameras, and he was a natural at it.
I appreciate that, man. It was fun. It
Yeah.
was fun. Yeah, and I think people always say this about anything. Like, when you teach it, that's when you like really learn yourself. Because someone will ask you a crazy question, and at
Yeah.
first you're like,
That's a really good question.
yeah, you're like, oh wow, I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
That is a good question. And it's just something you had never thought of. It's like any skill that you have, teaching it is actually, even if you're teaching it at like a lower level, you feel like
Yeah.
it's
The students teach you as well.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, no, education.
That's good.
Also, like, I always kind of dreamed of being a golf pro. And
Oh,
when I
yeah?
say golf pro, like, I do not mean like playing on the PGA Tour or like being Tiger Woods. Like, it's relatively easy to just kind of go get your like pro card, and then just kind of like be the pro at a course.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
And that's something like I'm always thinking about jobs where you can do stuff on the side of it as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, in another life, I'm a
You're-
golf pro.
You're a golf pro, a teacher.
Yeah.
That's good.
What about you? What's if you weren't doing what you did right now?
I might have said it in the last podcast, but I almost got into house framing, like construction.
Oof.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I almost got into construction. I was actually this close to doing like a construction co-op instead of here.
Oh wow.
But my grade 7, I went to the Christian school, so it's pretty much elementary and high school. So I still knew my elementary school teachers, and my grade 7 elementary school teacher directed me towards Quentin.
Nice. Are you happy with your choice?
I am happy with my choice. But yeah, I still like, I want to get back into actually doing construction because I really did enjoy it. Mm-hmm. It's not like I would just join it because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because I did have a really good interest in that stuff, like woodworking and construction, even like auto repairs and stuff. I want to get back into it, but I don't have any time for it.
Yeah. Big blue collar guy.
I'm both. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm very blue collar in some ways, and then I'm very what's the opposite of blue collar?
White collar.
City boy.
That's wild to me, man. Wow.
Yeah.
And so in another life, you're up on a roof right now.
I'm up on a roof nailing some 2x4s.
Yeah. Wow.
It's not too late.
Never too late, man.
Well, there is for blue collar. Like, once you get a little older.
Oh yeah.
Well, and I feel like I'll regain a lot of those skills when I'm older too. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll just gain those hobbies from getting my own place, starting a family, and just hanging out in my garage. But
Here in my garage.
Jack of all trades.
yeah,
Wow.
I really enjoyed that part of the industry as well. But I am happy with what I'm doing now because I've learned so much. I've had a big interest in creating videos for the longest time, and being here has taught me a lot of like how to make it look more professional and how to just edit better. I don't know.
Yeah, no, there was a lot to learn from working here. I feel like I've learned mostly from Quentin, just like the business side of things.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I like really struggled with before coming
Same.
here. Was like how to actually like land clients and keep them happy and deal with all of that behind the scenes stuff that you don't think about. Because I mean, like if you want to run like a video production company or a digital marketing company where videography is involved, like hitting record on that camera and taking the clips is maybe 20% of the job.
Yeah.
And it's the most attractive part of the job. It's super important.
Yeah.
But it's probably 20% of the job, if that. Because then you've got like editing, and then even aside from all of that, like just cameras and softwares aside, like you've got so much work behind the scenes that people don't know about just, you know, seeking out clients, dealing with clients that seek out you, keeping clients, all of this kind of stuff. Like it's wild.
Well,
to
yeah,
me.
because we have what, 7 employees right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 7.
Do you work here?
What?
The 8th one's on the way.
The 8th one's on the way, Quentin says.
Yeah, I don't know how much we can say.
Yeah, I don't know. But only 2 or 3 of us are ever out shooting. It's a very small part of the business, and we only have maybe an average of 2 shoots a day.
Yeah, so like that right there tells you exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
but even
so
aside,
much background stuff that, I mean, and we're not just a video company
Exactly,
either. We
yeah.
do the marketing, we do the posting, we do the ads, and we do the communicating with clients and stuff. It's
yeah,
just so
and
much.
like that stuff that I had no knowledge of before. Like I won't even lie, I had absolutely no like marketing or like actual social media. Like yes, I have social media, but like I had no experience
No
like how to
background
do
stuff.
it professionally. It's just super cool to learn all of that. But even like Exordia aside, like even any video production company, I'm just like learning how little actually taking the video, like how like just what a small chunk of the actual business that is.
Yeah.
Like there's so much more that goes into it.
There is.
Just important to have different people that do different things.
It is. Yeah, we got to have we have some people who prefer shooting, like Cam. We have some people who prefer editing, like Riley. I'm a mix. I kind of do both. I enjoy doing both. Yeah, and then we have Laura and Alex doing the background, communicating with clients and posting and scheduling. Quentin does a lot of the, I guess, client-facing stuff, getting clients.
The face of the company.
Face of the company, pretty much. Jared's all the background stuff, the financing.
What I still think we should do one day is play like job position musical chairs.
We've actually discussed this in
I
the
think
past.
Laura should go and shoot.
That would be
I'll do
so
the
fun.
Social media management.
We do it for like April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
We switch everyone's desks around.
Yeah. Let's do it. Or let me step in Quentin's shoes for a day. We would
Ruin the company in one day.
18 clients.
Yeah, Laura and Alex going to shoot.
Yeah, get them
shoot
on a
real
shoot.
estate.
Yeah.
Riley on the finances.
I want to see like who messes up worse. I feel like it would be us doing their job.
Yeah,
We would probably
be the
butcher it
posting.
more.
Well, maybe.
It's hard to say. Hard
Yeah.
to say. Yeah. Still, I think we should do it one day. It'd be hilarious.
That would be fun. Sometimes in the video industry, there's a lot of repetitiveness, and I don't know, maybe sometimes things you don't really feel like doing. How do you stay inspired when you're editing things that you might not want to?
Yeah, that's a great question. Whenever I get in like whether I'm shooting or editing just something and I'm like, I feel like I've done this a million times before, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I remind myself that I could be in any other job field and that I would absolutely despise it.
Yeah. That's a good.
I take about 20 seconds of like loathing the project, and then I'm like, yep, I could be doing anything else.
You could be a plumber though. Don't you want to be a plumber?
Yeah, I could be back at McDonald's. Like I remind myself of that stuff, and then I'm like, nope,
Slinging fries and burgers, man.
Yeah, I'm like, no, you know what? I'm fine with editing this video that feels a little bit repetitive. If that's the worst part of the job, like I'm still doing what I absolutely love, and what I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I don't really get too down and out about that stuff ever, because I very quickly nip that in the butt with a reminder of what the alternative could be.
Yeah. I have it quite a bit with my stuff too, because especially this project that I'm working on, because it's taking forever. I've been working on it for probably 6 weeks now, but I've noticed like even just taking a day or two, just taking a break from it, that can help a lot with like your mental. Obviously we enjoy our jobs, but every job has some kind of annoying thing about it.
Oh, there's definitely days when you just like don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get those days all the time. But again, I just immediately remind myself of what the alternative could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just recently wrapped up a project outside of work. Like this was just for like a personal project, and boy, it was a struggle getting it done. So I had to constantly give myself that reminder.
Yeah.
That
Just drink some caffeine, and then you'll be good.
Yeah, take a lot of short breaks. And yeah, stepping away from it, and even just like, you know, telling the client like, hey, I'm going to take a couple extra days at this, if it's not like a super time sensitive project.
Well, because they want it to be good too. So if you say,
because you don't ever want to get to
time,
the point where you're just rushing to finish it, because you're losing the whole art of it.
Yeah. What's the thing you like, the triangle you said?
Oh, yeah, this is a great... I forget who told me this. It might have been a prof of mine. There's a triangle of pretty much any sales ever, but specifically videography, and it's fast, cheap, and good, and you can only pick two of them.
Yep.
So if you want it to be good and fast, it's not going to be cheap. If you want it to be cheap and fast, it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Now, ideally, you would have all three.
Yeah,
and like,
that's what everyone strives for.
I feel like we and myself always strive to give all three, but it's just really not that feasible. So, you know, it's great when they pick the option that involves not cheap.
Yeah. Good and fast.
Yeah.
Although I like good, and I like working on a project for a longer period of time.
I agree.
Because then I'm not rushed, and I can actually use my creative juices and like sit down and really think about what I want to do. And I feel like the best edits are over the course of a few days, honestly.
Definitely.
Because then you have a fresh mind in the morning, and you're like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I know what I want. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The amount of times in my personal work that I've like, you know, put 3 or 4 hours into a video and then went to bed, woke up, and pressed delete on the whole thing. So that was trash, man.
Yeah. Well, like,
fresh set of eyes does a lot for you.
It does. And having a lot of people in the office too is really nice, because you get more opinions on the video. Like if you're not really sure about one thing, check it with other employees, and they'll give you their feedback.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's the nice thing about working with a lot of creative people, because like all of our ideas kind of blend together.
Yeah, and everybody, like we were saying, is creative in a different sense. So you kind of get like, you know, like you can get the opinion from Laura and Alex, who like aren't involved in the shooting side, and then I can get that opinion from you and Smids, who like are involved in it. So you're getting all these different kind of angles at it, because all different kinds of people are going to be watching that video, right? So I mean, it's great to get perspective on it, because it's like it's super easy to have just kind of tunnel vision and just look at it from your perspective.
Yeah. If you are editing anything or like making a project and you don't have a second set of eyes on that, you should get one, because like, especially if it's a big project, you don't know by the end if it's good or not, really.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you have more people to watch it and give their feedback and implement that, then it makes it so much better. Cause
for sure. I mean, there's a fine line too between like, you know, you definitely want you want all the different perspectives, but then it is easy sometimes for there to be like too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then
you don't want it to be overwhelming.
Then you kind of just get jumbled and you're like, well, now I don't know what direction to go from it.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get away from it. So finding like a nice balance between the two, I think is important. And that's how you're really going to rock out like the best video or piece or whatever it is that you're working on.
Yeah.
Because again, I think this applies to like stuff outside of the realm of video production as well.
Yeah.
Like anything. Like if you just framed a house.
Yeah. Yep. If you just fried those fries.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, every video production person, whether it be editing or shooting, have an inspiration. Who's your biggest inspiration?
It's just such a basic answer.
Yeah, I know.
So I can't stand saying it because it's just
It's everybody's
ruined.
inspiration.
But obviously, like film, so like filmmaking is what kind of got me into or made me realize that I like videography. So I mean, it was Tarantino.
Yep.
Yes, I know it's basic answer, of course. Just the way that he's able to convey a story with just like his style. I mean, there's countless podcasts that talk about this. But yeah, he's just amazing.
Yeah.
I could probably think of a more down to earth one.
Riley Smids.
Yeah.
Riley's my inspiration.
Quentin Solomon. But yeah, it was both Quentins. It was Tarantino and Solomon.
Yeah. Yeah. Quentin's and Solomon.
Yeah.
That's funny.
How about you?
Man, I don't know. There's just been so many over the years. I feel like I switch between inspirations depending on who I'm interested in. There's a lot of YouTubers right now that I'm really inspired by. I've always been inspired by, you definitely don't know him, Brandon Ferris. He's like he's a comedian, but he also does like a lot of YouTube. And he started off like homeless, pretty much, living in his car and just living each day trying to like get enough money from work to like just live, I guess. And he started making videos in his car every day of like how his day went, pretty much. And he would make it like funny. And then it eventually gained traction. Yeah. And now he's like a huge YouTuber.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
I don't know. I just like the success story of that he has.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I should add, like I'll say, now this is going to sound super sappy, but just like all of like the smaller local videographers and filmmakers that I've met along the way, like I won't list them all, but they're super inspiring to me because it's like there's tons of proof that even in an area this small, you know, like you don't have to go to Toronto to make a career out of this.
Yeah.
You can stay right here and there's lots of work. You just got to go get it. And if it's not there, make it. Like, I'll never forget this. I do forget his name or what his company was because it was so long ago. But I was volunteering at somewhere. This was a very long time ago. And there was a guy there capturing the event for a promotional video for like the whatever it was I was volunteering for. And I remember I was just starting to realize that I was interested in just cameras and storytelling and all this stuff. And so I'm chatting with him and I was confused by what he was saying because he's like, yeah, like I'm just here making a video for this event. And I was like, really? Like you're just making a video about this event? And he's like, yeah. He's like, that's my like job. That's what I do. And I was like, well, what do you do like to actually make money? And he's like, this. He's like, I make quite a bit of money every month doing this.
That day, Cam's life changed.
And I just went home and I couldn't stop thinking about that. I was like, could you imagine if you just got to create video for a living?
Yeah.
And like and then obviously along the years I realized like, yeah, that's a very, very feasible thing that you can go accomplish if you actually want to do it. But yeah, shout out to that guy. I have no idea who it was or
maybe he's watching right now.
Yeah, I have no idea what it was for or
That's funny.
Who it was for or anything. It was so long ago. I want to say maybe like over 10 years ago. I was so that was cool though. I'll never forget that. That was like a core memory growing up. that I was just astounded that like I thought he was just doing it for fun.
I'd say another one of my inspirations is obviously Quentin, because yeah, he like taught me everything. Well, not everything, but I learned a lot from him right from the get-go. Like when I first started off, I was one of the first employees here at Exordia Creative, and I did a co-op here in my grade 12 year, and he kind of just brought me under his wing and he taught me everything. Taught me about color grading. I didn't even know color grading was a thing before I started.
Yeah, same here. I feel like that's pretty common in videographers.
Yeah.
Like I just
Like
not knowing.
S-Log, like
Yeah, I thought what you shot is what you got,
Yeah.
and you just pretty much pulled the card out of the camera and then sent
Yeah.
it. And absolutely not.
yeah, there's so many extra steps that I didn't know about that he taught me about. Even like photo editing, he taught me that. I don't know, he just taught me a lot of fundamental things that I would have never known. So yeah, he's definitely one of my inspirations, big time.
Yeah, I still haven't been here for a very long amount of time, like just shy of half a year. But yeah, like I said, just circling back, like he's a very big inspiration in, as far as like just how to run a company, like
Yeah.
any company. Like that's a
When he started right after high school, or
Yeah,
I guess
man.
he went to, what did he do in university? He did like business.
You shouldn't be
something.
asking me that. I should be asking you that.
I don't remember. He did something like business sciences or something.
Yeah, him and Jared were in school
Yeah.
together, and then it was kind of in school when they started. They started
Started in
Exordia.
2017.
Yeah, and that's just that's inspiring for any wannabe entrepreneur out there. That it's possible, and again, it's possible in Chatham.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you the amount of people when I told them I was getting into videography. Oh, so are you moving to Toronto? Are you moving to New York? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And I stand by the fact that I'd much rather be a big fish in a small pond than like, man, you go to Toronto just starting from ground zero as a videographer.
Yeah.
Let me know how you make out.
Yeah. There's
'Cause
so
you
many
just-
people that
you
are just
won't.
better. And
Back in the day, for sure, 20 years ago,
Oh,
if you were a
easy.
videographer in Toronto, before it was a big thing, but you're seeing content creation and videography just spread like wildfire, man.
yeah.
Because even like 10 years ago when I started saying I was maybe interested in that, wanted to get into it, it was like a really niche,
Yeah. Well,
weird thing.
and my dad, like my family was kind of trying to make me reconsider my
Yeah.
my co-op decision, because I
Yeah.
had planned the whole year. I had planned, all right, I'm going into construction and I'm going to do this. And then last minute, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do video.
Yep.
And they were like, not sure how much money is in there.
Yeah, I said to my
And
dad,
they didn't know much about it though. They didn't know anything about video or
well,
like
and it's the older
social
generation.
media.
No offense, and not to sound like a young kid, but I feel like a lot of them don't understand what exactly it is
Yeah.
and how much money there is to be made in the realm of videography, photography, all that stuff.
It's just all like getting your name out there, pretty much. And
Yeah,
just
and
getting
it's how
known
much-
and like
It's how much you really like want it. I know that's so cliche, and that's
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just kind of want to like sit around and like, yeah, I think I want to get into videography, like, go do it.
yeah.
Go do it. Go, like, film school was really eye-opening for that. To answer that question for like a fourth time.
Yeah.
I learned, now this is going to sound super cocky, but I learned how much more I wanted it than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just how much more passionate I was.
Yeah.
There's a
that's
lot
true.
of passionate individuals that I met through there. People who are maybe more passionate than I am. But so many people just kept saying like, I really want to learn the camera. And we had access to go rent for free like FX6s.
Really?
Which are like $10,000 cinema cameras that movies you watch are being made on. Like,
That's crazy.
go touch them.
Yeah.
Go grab one and hit record on it, and
Mess
it doesn't
around.
doesn't matter how bad the footage is.
Yeah.
Go take a video and go, okay, this looks like crap. Why does it look like crap?
Do
And
some
then
research.
tweak it. Yeah,
Tweak
yeah,
it.
research it. Like,
Watch a YouTube video. You can learn anything
yeah,
on YouTube
whatever
now.
your question is, type it into ChatGPT, even YouTube.
Bro, ChatGPT has been so helpful for me.
Yeah. Or even like, I found myself, I really learned the lesson of like, just go out and try it.
Yep.
So I was curious, like, what would happen if, I don't even know, what would happen if my shutter speed was this? And instead of wondering, if you have a camera, go try it.
Yeah.
Go do it. So I think like school was a really good kind of like push in the back for me to realize like, dang, a lot of people like kind of think that they want it and don't.
Yeah.
No offense to those individuals.
Well, no, a lot of those people are just trying to make money too.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
they notice, they see that this industry makes a lot of money. And if you actually get good at it and you actually try hard at it, you will make money.
Yeah.
But if you don't have any passion for it, you're not really going to get anywhere.
Yeah. I feel like it was like we said, it became recently a very attractive business model.
Yeah.
Becoming a videographer, a photographer. But it's tough. Like the business side of it is tough.
Well, now there's so many, like there's a lot of, there's so many people that want to be in that industry now that it's very saturated.
For sure.
And it's hard to find people that are like, I mean, there are really good videographers and photographers out there, but a lot of people really don't know a lot about it. And it's kind of hard to find real professionals in the industry.
Exactly.
Come on, Riley. Riley's on our audio and he just dropped his microphones.
That's a sick sweater, by the way, man. I've been meaning to say that all day, and I'm just gonna.
What does it say?
There.
Liberty? Liberty University.
Never been.
Fire sweater. There was one more thing I wanted to add about that. Oh, it's also another great lesson I learned in school was a little bit of just fake it till you make it, because these like big dogs in school that like already had a bunch of, there was a guy that like had already been shooting films for Netflix,
And he was in like your class?
yeah, because he had moved here from like overseas.
Okay.
Yeah, like he was like where was he from? I forget. There's a lot of these guys that I was just super intimidated by. And then once I kind of like, because of their success, and then once I got talking to them, I was like, oh, dang, like, you don't know that much more than I do.
Yeah.
You just know how to make a job out of it. So another great like confidence boost. Yeah, like the 3 years of school was really great for, like I said, just a little push in the back.
Yeah.
And realize that like nobody actually has everything figured out. People are great at faking it till they make it. So I always try to remind myself of that as well.
I like how we were just bashing the people who fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
And
so
now,
true. Yeah,
now we're being fake it till you make it.
There's
people.
two sides to the coin.
Yeah.
Like there's
It's like, yeah, it's mixed.
yeah, you guys understand.
You understand. This is a very production heavy podcast, but I figured it would be.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah, that's totally okay. I don't know a lot about anything else.
No.
You got a nice easy non-production question to end.
You got some Hey Dudes on.
Yeah. Let me shout these things out. These are the best shoes you could possibly own.
I disagree.
I love these things. And I'll tell you why. You can wear Hey Dudes any place, anytime, and they'll fit the bill.
This isn't a sponsored podcast.
Yeah, no sponsor. No sponsor. Hey Dude has not reached out yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can wear these to just kick it with your buddies, go golfing, a wedding.
I was looking.
That might be a stretch.
Yeah,
but
a wedding. Not sure about that. But I was looking for new office shoes maybe a month ago, and I tried some Hey Dudes on. I didn't really like them.
Come on.
No, they felt like really cheap.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they're comfy.
They
and
felt
I think,
pretty cheap, and I like a little weight to my shoe.
Yeah,
those
fair
are
enough.
really lightweight.
Yes, they are. Which is why a lot of people like them. I find you can dress them up or dress them down, however much you kind of want. I love them.
Yeah, I'm rocking the Crocs right now.
Crocs are OG.
Crocs are OG. I used to have Crocs all the time. Like they were my childhood shoe. I would just wear them.
A lot of people say that. I was
so
never
much.
a Croc guy.
Really?
I don't think I ever had a pair.
I had some funky ones too. It was like blue, and then the sole was orange and like really bumpy.
Oh dang!
It was pretty cool. But I never like past high school, never had Crocs, and then literally just last year I got these. But I forgot how comfy they were. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, never been.
They're
a
a
Croc.
good office shoe, honestly.
They can't be better than Hey Dudes. Quentin
I
has a
would
pair of Hey
debate
Dudes.
that.
No, you don't.
You have Crocs?
Birkenstocks and Crocs.
Birkenstocks. That's right.
Birkenstocks are okay. You have to wear them a bit though to actually like, because it's cork. So the more you walk on
Right.
it, the more it kind of forms to your foot.
Yeah, those kind of came out of nowhere as like super trendy when I was in like high school.
Yeah.
Everybody was rocking around with like socks and Birkenstocks.
Yep. Yeah, I got mine around high school too.
But yeah, drop a comment
Quentin's
below.
got 2 pairs of Birkenstocks.
Yeah, look at this.
Show the camera. It'll be out of focus,
Yep.
but he's got 2 pairs.
Yeah. But drop a comment below. Crocs or Hey Dudes?
Crocs are Hey Dudes. Hey
And-
Dudes have been huge recently, like in the past year.
But
They've-
Crocs are more OG, so they'll get the vote. Yeah, I'm a Hey
well,
Dude
a lot
guy.
of people love them. A lot
Yeah.
of people love Hey Dudes.
Yep, I do. I love them.
Yeah. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Not really, man. It was fun. Fun chatting.
Nice. Well-
nice to get to know you.
Nice to get to know you as well.
Yeah. No, it was fun. I'm pumped that we're doing
I'm
this.
not kissing Cam. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Maybe next podcast.
Not on camera at least.
Yeah. Wait till the cameras turn off at least. Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Everybody-
for only $12.99 a month.
We don't have a Patreon, but we do have a YouTube channel, which if you're not watching on this now, I would subscribe and like the video. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks, Cam, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yep.
And
Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching.
Is this just a trend now? This is just what we're doing? Is this just what we're doing now? The trend? The trend of clapping after the podcast?
It's kind of cool. Makes it seem like there's a real studio audience.
Yep. Thanks for
I was
watching.
holding on to that one.